Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project planning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. I'm going to give you guys the intro to my 22 and 2022. I can't even believe it. 2022 is like almost here, you guys. It's crazy. I wasn't going to do a 22 and 2022 because I feel like the numbers are just getting way up there. So for next year, I have a different idea, but for this year, I thought about doing this. And so as you guys might know, if you're familiar with my channel, usually I try to either hit pan on things or use things to completion. For a lot of my projects this year, I'm going to have usage goals because I want to get to know my collection and see if I'm really happy with the things that I still have, what things are maybe not performing the way they once were because maybe they're expired. Maybe I don't like something that I used to love that I still have and maybe it needs to go, or maybe I find brand new favorites that I have sitting here and aren't getting love. So it's really going to be a lot of getting to know my collection. And so I want to share with you guys the many items I have in front of me here. You should see my vanity. It's just full of things. So let's get right into it. The first is the MAC Double Definition Highlight and Bronzing Duo. This has two different shades in it. One is a very deep golden shade and the bronzer is like a really beautiful shimmery bronzer. As you can tell, I have definitely got some love on this. Some of the things are worn away on the top, like the imprints are worn away, and it's something that I really love for the summer. So this is going to be one of those items that I don't really use in the first couple months. Probably going to focus on this one more toward like the summertime and the fall time when my tan is still around and I'm a little bit deeper skin tone. So I love that. I have a goal of 20 uses on that one. So originally I was going to do 22 uses for everything, but when I thought about that, that was way too high when I thought about all the other projects that I'm doing and all the other goals I want to meet. So I have adjusted some of these a little bit differently. So bear with me on that. But next year I will probably use that in my 23 and 2023, or not next year, the year after. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so the next thing I have is my MAC blush in a little bit lusty, or just, no, it's a little lusty, pardon me, just a little lusty. It's a very dark blush, very deep, probably better for medium to deep skin tones, but for some reason I had to buy every single blush that MAC had, and I want to see if this is something that I would wear, and if not, then I know I can get it out of my collection. I have a usage goal of 15 uses on this one. Also, just so you guys are aware, I've taken the weights of everything at the start, and I will also give you guys the weights at the end of the year. And I think I'm only going to do quarterly updates on this. I'm pretty sure maybe sometimes every 2 months, depending on which goals, which goals that I've met. So I'm really a hand talker, but it's like all behind the scenes because it's underneath my camera. So yeah. That's why I'm hitting everything with my hands right now. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to just update you guys. If I complete something, I'll probably, like if I've reached the 20 uses on that highlight bronzer duo, I'll give you the weight at the end of that part. And then of course, at the end of the year, I'll give you the weights of all that stuff at that point. So the next one is another MAC blush in Azalea Blossom. This is the MAC and Toledo collection, and I went crazy on this collection. I'm not even sure why. This is such a light blush. It's very pale. It's very pink purple, like a very lavender pink base, like a, yeah, it's just like a blue toned pink kind of thing. Very powdery, but really when you buff it out, it's just light and really cute. But I'm just like debating, do I need this in my collection? Because I do have the other pink and purple blush from years ago that's more impactful, and that's something that I like a little bit more. Unless it's a nude blush, then I like it softer. So this is something that I'm using to like figure out, do I need it as well? And this one I put 15 uses as well as my goal, so hopefully I reach that. Then the next one is my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. You guys all know this. I think everyone and their mother is familiar with this, but I have worn off a lot of the imprint on this one, but it's something that I haven't used in a while, and I truly love this bronzer. It's got such a nice smell to it. The packaging is a little bulky. I don't like the packaging, but I do love the product, and I want to use it because it's starting to get old and I think I need to repurchase. So I just want to get a few more uses out of it. And for that one, I've decided to go 10 uses because I do have the other one for 20. But I also have the highlighter. That's why I did 20, because like maybe 10 each or whatever, the accumulation of the both of them. And I want to be able to put bronzers in other collection or other products as I don't even know why I can't talk. Other projects as well. Why do I do it? The next thing that I have is the ColourPop Cherry Crush eyeshadow palette, and this is really brand new. I haven't even used it yet. It was something that I purchased because, like, look at the color story of this. This is a Jen color story for sure, and this one has a 10 usage goal, and I think I could easily meet that, no problem. I could like put this on my eyes in 2 weeks straight and just be obsessed. So really happy I brought that one in. I think that'll be an easy goal to meet. And then I also brought in, now this one's a little glary, but it's the Stila collection, and it's the Eyes Are the Window, and this is the Soul palette. And look at this color story, you guys. It's so beautiful. I'm actually using the Lorac Unzipped palette right now, and I have that on my eyes today. It's very soft and subtle, but I think it's soft and subtle because the product is like not working like it once was, and I see that there's a little couple of bumps on them on some of the eyeshadows. So I'm thinking of decluttering that and just like keeping, of course, this one, but it's just so beautiful, like so beautiful. And I'm like, why do I have this gorgeous thing in my collection and I'm not touching it? Like, it's so ridiculous. So on that one, I have 10 uses. The next one is the Melt Beetlejuice Recently Deceased. I also have a 10 use goal on this one. And it looks like that. Like, I mean, come on. This is a Jen palette too. Like, why am I not using these? They're so beautiful. So 10 uses on that one. I also have the Urban Decay Naked Heat eyeshadow palette, and that one is also 10 uses as well. And I mean, yeah, like, I'm just not a huge fan of Urban Decay eyeshadows anymore, especially the Naked line. I feel like they're very soft and subtle, and it's nice. Like, I like the soft and subtle, obviously, but how many soft and subtle eyeshadow palettes do I need? And then the next one is the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. This is not the remastered one. I actually kind of want that one as well, but I don't need two of the same palette. But it's beautiful. Like, these eyeshadows are stunning. Like, I just feel like they're so beautiful. Like, oh my gosh, I can't even right now. Like, look at this. Why did she remaster this? I don't get it. Like, why change a good thing? It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. Anyways, I don't know why I don't use this more. What is wrong with me? I have too much eyeshadow. No, you never have too much eyeshadow. I'm wrong there. The next one I have for eyeshadow palettes is also going to be for 10 uses, and that's the Abh Nervina Volume 5. This is the Pressed, is it Pressed Pigments? Pro Pigment palette. And look at that. So beautiful. So many nudes and neutrals and purples and silvers and shimmeries. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Like, really excited about all of these, you guys. Like, I just, yeah, I'm really excited about those. Now into a few skincare items. The first one is the Peter Thomas Roth Firm X Peeling Gel. I really do like this. This is really not as much as I have in there. It's very low, but there's a lot of air in here. I'm probably about down here. So this one will for sure be a complete one, but I use this like at least once a week. So I'll probably have that done in no problem, like no time. And then the next one is the Peter Thomas Roth Firm X Pre-Cleanse Balm. I'm so sorry, not Firm X. I just looked at the Peter Thomas Roth packaging and my throat just started to go. I'm so sorry. It's getting dry. But the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse Balm. This is so good, you guys. Oh my goodness. I absolutely love this for removing my makeup at the end of the day. It just takes everything off and it feels so good. It makes your skin feel so nice. And it doesn't leave a greasy feeling after. So I'm right here at the G, so I will definitely have to use that this year for sure. I want this, I kind of want this out of my collection, but I'm going to be repurchasing it because it's great. But I absolutely love Dermalogica. I think between Peter Thomas Roth and Dermalogica, like, I'm obsessed. I love their products. I have so many wonderful skincare items, and these two are ones that I always use constantly. I just need a little sip of my water. But they are so good. Highly recommend both of those. So those ones are both going to be to completion. And the next one is the Balm Mary Luminizer, which is right here. And this is a highlighter that I've had for so many years and I've barely used it. Like, it barely looks even swatched. It's crazy. It's very similar to the next highlighter that I also have in my collection, which is the Becca Vanilla Quartz. And this is my favorite highlighter of all time. I have 2 backups of this in full size. I can't get enough. It's so beautiful. It's what I have on a little bit today on top of a few other things, but just ever so soft. Like, it's so beautiful. I love it. So those 2 are going to be, actually, okay, I lied. Mary Luminizer is going to be 12 uses. And the Becca Vanilla Quartz, I want to use it all. I want it gone in 2022. I actually wanted it gone this year, but of course I was using way too many things, so it's not happening. So 2022, it will be gone. And then the next couple of things I have is the MAC Extra Dimension eyeshadow in Sweet Heat. Is this Sweet Heat? Yeah, this one's Sweet Heat. It's the more gold version. I want to use this one 20 times. So I can use this with any of these eyeshadow palettes and consider that a use. And this one is Smoky Mauve. And again, 20 uses on this one as well. Really beautiful, like lilac-y shade. Very gorgeous. And that will go well, I think, with the Nervina palette and a few other palettes. And then I have the Urban Decay eyeliner in Rockstar, which is like pretty much almost full size from when I got it. It's just a nice purple eyeliner. And that one I want to use 22 times. The next one is a stack of 22 samples. I want to try and use all these bad boys up in 2022. So there are primers, eye bases, foundations, concealers, a little mini Fix Plus. There's a bunch of face primers, a Laura Geller translucent powder. Yeah, just a whole bunch of things. There's some like lipsticks and stuff in here. So just a whole juicy bunch of different samples that I want to use up. And it just gives me that little bit of like, get those out of your collection. They do not last as long as the full-size stuff does, so just get them out. And I'm considering all 22 of those one item. The next is the MAC Fix Plus. I'm right, where's the little dot? There's a little dot there, right there. It's just a tiny dot. That's where I am going to be starting this, and I want this done in the year. So there are some items that I will be completing. And then this one is a little bit of a doozy. This is the Hourglass Ambient Light palette. This is actually in my 21 and 2021. I used it like 5 times. And my goal was to have it completely gone. This time, I'm just putting 22 uses. Because last year, for me, that was too much pressure. I didn't enjoy the item. I didn't know how to really use it or what to use it for. I don't like the brand. Like, I mean, I shouldn't say I don't like the brand. That's not really nice to say, but I'm not a fan because their line isn't very inclusive and they don't seem to change that much. They're very like claiming to be high-end luxury. I don't feel like this feels luxurious to me. I don't know. I'm just not getting the vibe that people claim that they're getting. I just don't feel it. So I want to try and use this 22 times in 2022. And then the last thing is my MAC Studio Finish Concealer. This is in the shade NC25. NC? No, NW, pardon me. Excuse me, sorry. And I think actually this is the wrong item. I pulled the wrong item. I apologize. This is the item that I wanted to pull. My Studio Finish Concealer in NC25. And this is in, again, my 21 and 2021, but I knew I wasn't going to finish it. So hitting pan was a goal, and I did. But this year, I want to completely finish this up. I only use this under my brow bone, but I think I've used almost half. And there's still a little, like a few more days to go in 2021. So I think I can maybe get that done next year if I really focus hard, and maybe even if I use it a little bit under my eyes in the summer. Because it is like NC25, so NC20 would be better for me right now. But yeah, I think I can get that finished next year. So that's all of my items. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I know this was kind of like showing you really quickly and everything, but I do want to let you guys know, like, I'm so excited for 2022 and all of the project panning things that are going to come with it. I think it's going to be another one of those like staying home kind of years, but I think it's going to really push me to use the things that I have in my collection, and I'm really going to learn a lot of things, and I'm very excited to share all that with you guys. So if I haven't said it before to you guys, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year if I don't talk to you. I hope you guys decide to stay and subscribe and give this video a like, and I will talk to you guys again in the next one. Bye, everybody.